All right. Good morning, great students. How are you today?
Good morning, Miss. I'm good.
I hope you are all doing well. All right. So before we begin, let's pray together. Pray begin. Finish. Okay. Today we are going to learn reading comprehension through an inspiring story about a girl named Marcenia. So during today's lesson, we will use storyline online to watch and understand the story, and then we use Kahoot to check our understanding in a fun way. So by the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify important information from the story and answer comprehension questions correctly. Are you ready to start?
Ready, Miss.
Great, let's begin. Alright, so the story that we are going to watch today is about a girl who had a very big dream, but many people did not believe she could achieve it. And let's find out what happened. Wait, let me share my screen. Right, so while watching the video, I want you to think about these three questions. The first one is what is Marsania's dream? And then the second one is what challenges does she face? And then the last one is how does she overcome those challenges? Please pay attention carefully because we will discuss the answer afterwards.
Okay.
Marcinia Lyle loved baseball. She loved the powdery taste of dust clouds as she slid through them. She loved the way the sun heated her hair as she crouched in the outfield waiting for fly balls. And she loved the sting in her palm as a baseball slammed into it right before tagging out a runner. If there was anything in the world better than baseball, Marcinia didn't know it. She dreamed of growing up to be a professional ball player so she could play ball all the time.
Safe!
I wish I knew why you like baseball so much, Mama sighed as she gently washed Marcinia's hair. Marcinia shrugged. Mama often questioned Marcinia's interest in baseball, particularly when washing field dirt from her hair.
It's just fun, Marcinia said, giving her mother the same response as she always did.
Playing dolls is fun, Mama said.
Marcinia blew a puff of lather from her palm. Not as much fun as baseball.
After Marcinia crawled into bed, Papa appeared in the doorway. What did you learn in school today? He asked.
Marcinia thought for a moment. Some history.
Papa crossed his arms. And how did your team do in the game after school?
Harold got a triple in his first at-bat, and Clarence tagged out 2 runners. Marcinia said eagerly. I struck out my first time at the bat, but then I caught a deep fly ball that would have scored the tying run for the other team if I'd missed it. We won 11-10. Marcinia's smile gleamed like the noonday sun as she shared the details of her victory. We won the game, Marcinia said once more.
And you also ripped another dress, Papa said, dismayed. Then he kissed Marcinia's cheek and turned off the light, leaving her alone with the moonlight and shadows and her dreams of becoming a baseball player. The tiny house was still. Marcinia could almost hear her mother's needle and thread moving through the fabric as she sat at the kitchen table mending Marcinia's dress. After a while, Marcinia heard her papa's voice. I wish she would think about school as much as she thinks on baseball. She wants to be a ball player when she grows up, Mama said with a sad chuckle. I just want her to be happy. She'll be what every other girl in this neighborhood will be, Papa grumbled. A teacher, a nurse, or a maid, Mama said softly.
I'm going to score 3 runs tomorrow. Marcinia promised the darkness as she clapped her hands over her ears. I'm going to hit a home run, too.
The next day after school, Marcinia went to the playground. The other girls stayed on the hardtop to play hopscotch, jump rope, or jacks. The boys were huddled at the mound talking quietly. They cast excited glances at the man who was watching the field from the bleachers. Do you know who he is? Harold asked Marcinia as she joined the group. He tipped his head toward the man.
That there is Mr. Gabby Street. He's running a baseball day camp this summer.
Marcinia knew about Gabby Street. He was the manager for the St. Louis Cardinals. He had led the Cardinals to the National League pennant in 1930, and the Cardinals had topped the next year by winning the 1931 World Series.
What's he want? Marcina asked.
Kids for his baseball camp, Harold said. It's going to be right here on the field every day except Sunday. Sundays are game days.
What is the cost? Marcina asked.
It's free. It's free, said Clarence. All you need is your own glove and baseball cleats, Harold added.
Marcina could hardly contain her excitement. She would do anything to be one of the players in Mr. Street's camp.
That afternoon, Marcinia played with purpose. She scooped up grounders, catching them into her body to make sure they didn't bounce away. She slid into second, keeping so low she wouldn't be tagged. She kept her eyes on each pitch, waiting for a good one to send over the fence. She scored 3 runs just like she wanted and hit a homer. When Mr. Street approached the players after the game, Marcinia crowded in close so he could see her. I just saw some good ball, Mr. Street said, smiling. Who wants to come to my baseball camp and really learn how to play this game? Every hand went up. Mr. Street shook them all. He shook Marcinia's hand last. You've got a good arm, little miss, and you run fast, he said, but I don't take girls in my camp.
Marcinia looked down so no one would see her disappointment. She began striking dust from her dress.
Hey, Marcinia's been playing ball with us since we were little kids, Harold told Mr. Street. She's the only player we got who ever steals bases, Clarence said.
Marcinia was pleased that her friends had come to her defense, but Mr. Street didn't change his mind. As she walked home, she thought about how those very same boys had teased her when she first started playing baseball with them. Then they saw that she could run, hit, and throw as well as they could. This teasing stopped. They had let her play. Marcinia decided to give Mr. Street a reason to change his mind.
Every day, Marcinia played baseball, and every day Mr. Street refused to invite her to his camp. Then came a day when Marcinia got tired of hearing him say, I don't take girls in my camp. That day, when she was on third base in the 9th inning of a tie game, Marcinia decided to take the biggest chance in all of baseball. She decided to steal home. When the pitcher drew back his arm to throw the ball to Harold, Marcinia launched into motion. The catcher snared the pitch in his glove and ran towards Marcinia to tag her out. Marcinia doubled back towards third. When the catcher threw the ball back to the third baseman, Marcinia turned and bolted toward home plate. As the ball sailed above her head, Marcinia pumped her arms and knees harder. With the ball speeding toward home, Marcinia dropped her weight and slid into home plate. She had stolen home and scored the winning run. While her teammates celebrated their victory, Marcinia planted her hands on her hips and faced Mr. Street.
I'm a baseball player, she said. I want to learn to play this game as well as I can. May I come to your camp?
Well, little miss, if you can steal home, you can probably do anything you set your mind to, Mr. Street said. You can come to my camp, as long as you have your own equipment.
When Marcinia told her parents the good news about the camp that evening, her father was not pleased.
I don't like you acting like such a tomboy, he said with a snap of his evening paper. Besides, you know we don't have money to spend
The
on...
camp's free, Marcinia said excitedly.
Equipment isn't free, Papa said.
I have a glove, Marcinia said. Harold gave me his old one.
You'll need cleats, and we don't have money for those, Papa added. So unless you're prepared to get them yourself, I think you'll have to forget about that camp. With another snap of Papa's newspaper, Marcinia felt her dream move out of reach.
Mr. Street was at the field the next time Marcinia played. Before the game, she mustered all her strength to keep from crying. Mr. Street, she said, I can't come to your camp. I don't have cleats, and my father says we can't afford them, but thank you for inviting me. Although she was sad, Marcinia played as well as she always had. She loved baseball too much not to play with all her heart.
Unable to sleep, Marcinia gazed through her window at the full moon glowing in the sky. It was so round and bright, like a brand new baseball. She reached to the floor and took up her baseball glove. She put it on and punched the pocket, as if the moon would drop into it like so many fly balls had before. Marcinia wondered sadly if Papa was right. Maybe girls didn't grow up to be ball players after all. But playing baseball was her dream, and Marcinia couldn't imagine doing anything else.
The next day after school, Marcinia was the first one at the playing field. Mr. Street was already there, and he waved Marcinia over. "You're a good ball player, Marcinia," he said. "I want good ball players for my camp." He handed Marcinia a box, and he watched as she opened it. Her eyes widened as she pulled out a shoe with each hand. These weren't just any shoes, these were real baseball cleats. "Thank you, Mr. Street." Marcinia was so excited she could barely squeeze out the words. She hugged the shoe to her chest. They were even better than stealing home.
"Don't you have a game to play?" Mr. Street said, nodding towards the field.
"Yes, I do," Marcinia replied happily. Her fingers flew as she unbuckled her street shoes and laced on her new cleats. They fit perfectly. She ran in them, she jumped in them, she caught and slid in them, and she hit a home run in them.
After the game, the boys rushed to Mr. Street, talking over one another about the game. Marcinia lingered at home plate. She stared at her feet, proud of the new scuffs and smudges on her shoes. They had been a little stiff at first, but now that she had played a good game of baseball in them, the cleats were exactly the way she wanted them to be.
Mr. Street excused himself from the crowd of boys. "I look forward to seeing you in my camp," he said to Marcinia. She gave him a hopeful smile, but Marcinia knew she still had one more person to convince. Before she could officially accept Mr. Street's invitation, she ran home and waited anxiously for her father to return from work. As soon as her father arrived, Marcinia showed him her new cleats.
"Now, Marcinia, where did you get those shoes?" Papa asked sternly.
"Mr. Street gave them to me," Marcinia said. "He wants me to come to his baseball camp."
Papa looked down at Marcinia's baseball cleats, which were already scuffed and dusted with field dirt. "You must be a pretty good ball player for an important man like Mr. Street to buy you those shoes," he admitted. Then he smiled. "You know I don't like charity, but I reckon we can't give those shoes back in this state. I'll have to thank Mr. Street for his generosity when I take you down to that baseball camp."
Marcinia could hardly believe her ears. Papa had agreed. Her chest filled with joy, and she threw her arms around her father, hugging him hard. "You'll see how good I am," she cried. Marcinia felt as proud and happy as if she reached right up in the sky and caught the moon in her glove. She was on her way to becoming a real baseball player. She would make her dream come true. Good.
All right, now let's talk about this story. So, who is the main character?
Miss. So the main character is Marcenia Liu.
Yes, that's correct. All right, next question. What was Marcenia's dream?
She want to become a baseball player, I think.
Yeah, excellent. Was it easy for her to achieve her dream?
No,
Why?
no. Because people believe baseball was only for boys, and Mr. Street didn't allow girls to join the camp.
Very good. How did Marcenia respond when she was rejected?
Marcenia continued practicing and also proved her ability, Miss.
Exactly. Marcenia did not give up. Instead, she worked harder. Can anyone tell me what happened when she stole home?
She scored the winning run.
Yeah, that's right. Her actions show confidence, courage, and determination. Now let's think a little deeper. Do you think Marcenia would have achieved her dream if she had given up after being rejected?
I think no, miss.
Why?
Because she kept trying and never gave up.
Good, that's very good. All right, now let's check how well you understood the story, and we are going to play a Kahoot quiz. Now, please take out your phone
Okay,
and scan the QR code here.
wait, miss. Done.
Done? All right, let's start. What was Marcinia's biggest dream? To become a teacher, to become a nurse, to become a... Yes, that's right. That's very good.
Yes.
Next. Why was Marcinia disappointed after meeting Mr. Street?
Yay.
Good. All right, next. What does the word cleats mean in the story?
Clips? What is clips? Wait. Wait, miss.
All right. Please pay attention to the time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You didn't answer. The answer is sports shoes with special grips.
Okay,
Again,
miss.
Max. What did Marcinia do to prove she was a good baseball player? Good.
Yes.
Max. Who support Marcinia when Mr. Street refused her?
Mm,
Uh-oh, the answer is
yes,
Harold and
ah.
Clarence.
I'm sorry, miss.
That's fine. Alright, next. Why couldn't Marcinia join the camp at first? Because... Yes, that's good. Alright, next. How did Mr. Street help Marcinia? Good. Next question. What lesson can we learn from Marcinia's story? Good. Wow. Why did Papa finally allow Marcinia to attend the camp? Good, that's
Yay.
correct. All right. If you were Marcinia, what would you do when Mr. Street said, I don't take girls to my camp? Yes, that's correct. All
Yay.
right. I think all of you understood the story very well. Good job, everyone. Wait, wow, your score is very high. Good job, Rana. All right, now,
Yes.
before we finish today's lesson, wait, let me stop my screen first. All right, before we finish today's lesson, I would like you to reflect on the story. So think about one dream or goal that you want to achieve in the future. And now think about these three questions. The first one is, what is your dream? And then the second one, what challenge might you face? And then the last one is, what can you do to achieve it? Please think now. Think the answer now. Done?
Done.
All right, Rona, please share your answer.
So my dream is to become a teacher. And then
Mhm.
one challenge I might face in learning many new things and also speaking confidently in front of students. That is my
Right.
challenges. And to achieve my dream, I will study hard and then improve my communication skills and also keep learning every day.
Great, good job, Rona. Just like Marcinia, we should keep trying even when we face difficulties. Success often comes to people who are determined and never give up. All right, everyone, I think that's all for today's lesson. Thank you very much for your participation and attention. Have a great day, everyone. See you in the next lesson.
Thank you, Miss. Bye bye.
Bye.